This crypto pump will last until it won't, and that is what we're going to talk about today. The market is green, everybody's happy, we're so back, not so much so back yet, but a lot of people are talking about it. And one of the main reasons for the pump, as they say so, is because President Trump launched a 12 billion strategic mineral stockpile to counter China. But that's not the real reason. The real reason is this, that I've longed. Jokes aside, yesterday, it was a joke, come on. Yesterday on the show, I explained that I'm waiting for a 15-minute market structure shift, and once we have that, I do think it makes a lot of sense to start taking long positions. And we did get that 15-minute market structure shift, which is fantastic, and I do believe that the local bottom might be in. Now, if you look at the market, some tokens like HYPE are up 21%, 𝗓𝗡 10, 11. You will see these massive pumps on the different tokens. Just want to make sure that you catch the right ones at the right time. So ultimately, on yesterday's show, I detailed that I believe the reason why we need to see this pump is because also if you look at the weekly chart, we're just down at a very strong order block. So if you look at this demand zone, you can't help but wonder this has to come at least retrace to the high and then flush if we go lower, which I think we will, but not for now. I do believe that we have to have a push. Now, where does this push take us? And I had a discussion with my researcher, and he was like, oh, this region got rejected like 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We must be going lower. And I was telling, if you watch the shows for a long time, this is called liquidity. This is trendline liquidity, exactly what the market makers want you to believe. These are usually taken, like almost at all times, these levels are wiped. And that is very good because this is exactly what we're waiting for. The good news is that I do believe that we have to have a push either like this, or we have to have come back 50% after making this after making this market structure shift on the lower time frame, come back to the 50% and then push from there. The question really is what happens when we get to this level, which I think we will. Either we will get to this supply zone or we get back to the 50% level on this leg, which on the hourly chart you can see here in the total market cap it's about 2.66 trillion, and on Bitcoin it's about 79, just below 80,000. So what happens when we get to that level? Because this will pop. Now, I hope that what happens is that Bitcoin retraces on London now, comes down to the 77,000-ish region, and then from there has a push up to this supply zone. And then if price is able to go above this supply zone, that tells me that there is a very strong demand, and then we could see this to be the beginning of the continuation higher. We yet to see how that goes. But unfortunately, the most likely scenario is that this thing is just going to start pushing here, push all the way up to this demand zone or the 50% up here, $79,000, $80,000, and then reject from there. Now, I have told you I am long. I have multiple long positions. I still have short positions as well, but I have multiple long positions. Bitcoin long position, ETH that is underwater a little bit, and then Sol that is up. And I open up another one, which I'm going to tell you in a second. But I am long, and the reason is because this could be the beginning of the reversal from this daily supply zone, or it can just be a small relief rally to the hourly chart. Why is this important? It's important because you have to monitor the charts. You have to. This is the time. If you're going to take these trades and if you're going to get long, you have to monitor the chart. Now, what I recommend you do is join in on the Telegram. I update you everything that happens. It's free. I do this because I'm building a community. There's a link in the description. You can join in here, and if anything happens, I will update you as I always do. But it's very important that if I see a 5-minute, 15-minute rejection anywhere here, I have to close all my long positions because it will just not make sense to keep them going. So that said, I do believe I have two amazing opportunities for you. One of them is joining the Telegram. One of them is Toobit. Toobit is our partner. Guys, I am out here in Singapore. I'm going to tell you more. Yesterday, I spent about 6 hours with the two founders, and I can tell you one of the most legit exchanges I've met. We talked. They told me their story. They showed me to their people. They told me their philosophy. They don't have a B book. Like everything that I really want to see it on exchange and an approach to exchange is amazing. Today I was at the conference where they signed with La Liga, which is amazing. I'm gonna post a picture in Telegram if you want. Let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, what I can tell you is that they have an amazing deal running, which is if you just simply sign up, you get $50 in bonus, and if you deposit, you get 20% rebates. Meaning, if you deposit $4,000, you get $800 voucher, which you can find here. You can go up here and you say use bonus, and then you can just pick this $800 voucher, and then you can just take the trades, the long trades that I just gave you if you want to. That's basically making money from no money. This is what this guy has done here in the Telegram. I posted it, who literally just claimed it and said, he said here, from $50 bonus to $650 account in 24 hours, insane. it makes no sense not to do it. Link on the top of the description. The second thing I wanted to tell you is that I said I have taken another long position. So today I actually, through a friend, I got in touch with this team, Acurast. And they are a super, super interesting project. Couple of reasons. One, they are not sponsors on the channel. I want them to be, so we'll see. I want to invest in the project. I'm looking at investing. But one of the reasons why I really think they can be cool, I've been very big in Helium, right? And then Helium is a DePin infrastructure where you had to put out these nodes and then they communicated and you mine in between. Now with these, with Acurast, you just need a phone, an old phone, and they use your phone to sell it to different companies, big corporations. They're gonna have a lot of news coming out. Anyway, all that stuff. The chart did not look good, and I was actually quite concerned. I mean, when I look at the chart, I was quite concerned. But talking to this guy, talking to the founder, understanding their vision, and looking at the chart, which means elevator up and then staircase down, basically all the way down here. It does have a break below there, but again, remember that the market is absolutely horrible. I do believe that this is going to be a great trade. Now, how high it goes, whether it goes to above 22, 23, taking at these highs, comes back to this supply zone, I actually don't know. But I have taken this long position here in Toobit. You can see I'm up about 17%. This can go lower. This is obviously not a well-known token, but understanding what they told me and their plan for the next month, I do believe that this can be good, and I'm looking to invest. I'm gonna let you know if that happens. That said, guys, I hope that the reversal is happening now. I am long Bitcoin, I'm long Ethereum, I'm long Solana. If we see a dip as a TLDR again, I'll be very, very happy, because that means that we have a bigger chance of pushing on New York. I'm gonna monitor it, join in the community. There's a link in the description. I'm gonna update you if something happens and take advantage of this bonus as well. Guys, truly appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you tomorrow here on the channel. Subscribe, follow me on X, join in the community, and take advantage of the bonus. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.